Careful. Well, that's all kelp there. A little bit deep there though. We'll go around to this side. What's up guys? Welcome back to another episode of Outdoor Chef Life. I'm Taku, and right now I'm surrounded by kelp and seaweed. And places around the world have been eating this stuff, kelp and seaweed, for a very long time. Have you ever tried it? And if not, why not? I'm gonna show you a very delicious way even you can eat this, and it's gonna be tasty. We're gonna make some kelp burgers. All right, so let's get it going. Here in America, people don't really eat it too much, but I think we should. I think you're gonna be seeing more of it around in restaurants and in supermarkets as well, because it's really tasty, I promise you, and I wanna tell you about it in this video. A place called Okinawa, Japan. That's an island off the south coast of Japan. Okinawa has the world's highest population of people over 100 years old or older. There's a bunch of people that are just over 100 years old, and part of it has to do with their, active lifestyle, and I believe as well as their diet too. It has to be, right? And kelp is one of their diets that they eat on a regular basis, and I think that plays a factor in their longevity in life. So kelp is really good for you, for one thing, and it's tasty too. As you may know, in Japanese cuisine, kelp is used so much, kombu we refer to, and usually it's dehydrated. The crystals that it creates on the outside layer, the white stuff that you might see on the outside of kelp, is monosodium glutamate, MSG. We know that's a natural flavor enhancer. So kelp is such a huge umami bomb, which just means it has so much flavor, So we know it tastes good too. Just looking at Japanese cuisine as a whole, it's used all the time in sauces, in broths, everywhere. I know I've talked about kelp numbers declining around the coast of California because of the sea urchin population and all that kind of stuff. Even though if you don't eat this wild kelp, what we should be doing is farming more kelp, because that's really beneficial in its own. But first, before we talk about all that, I'm gonna gather some of this. We got some kombu right here. We got a bunch of different types of seaweed. If you do decide to harvest some of your own, make sure you got a knife or scissors or something you can cut with, so that way the kelp will grow back always. I'm gonna try to get some of this here. This is kombu. Of course, the water comes up as soon as I step in. Look at how windy it is. Oh my gosh, it's been so windy lately. Anyways, let's go cook this up. We're gonna find some shelter in some woods. Hopefully it's not windy there, so we can make some kelp burgers. This is all I need for now. Let's see how they come out first. All right, here we are now. And for this kelp burger, kelp, it's by itself is not going to be able to hold that shape. So I'm going to add a couple different things like sweet potatoes, some black beans, and some other things as well. So I'm going to get the kelp boiling first to tenderize it a bit. And yeah, so I'm going to get some water boiling for that. I'm also going to rehydrate some mushrooms that I harvested months ago that I dehydrated. Let's try this out. This is just a trial recipe. Haven't tried this, but I think it's going to be good. I have a good feeling about it. All right, here's my kelp here. This one, this particular one we refer to as kombu. We're going to tenderize this by boiling it, because right now, if you just eat it, you can just eat it like this. It's a little tough. It's edible. A little slimy, kind of texture like a celery, how a celery snaps. That's kind of that similar texture, but we want to get it a little bit softer than this. And you'll see this color change right away. So cool. Look at that, from brown to green. We'll leave this for close to 10 minutes. You can't really overcook kelp. It kind of keeps that same sort of texture once it's cooked. I can smell the mushrooms right now. It smells so good. But all right, the combination of the two, it's gonna be amazing. Both have so much umami. This is a sweet potato that I baked at home. I think this should, you know, create some substance within the kelp burger. I also have some black beans here, and I think that'll go really well in it too, and it'll also give it more density too. Here's my mushrooms. I'm just gonna drain the water. I might keep the water. We'll see if I use that. But I recently started hearing about this company that makes kelp burgers. They're called Kaua. What is it called? Akua. Akua? Yeah, something like that. I haven't tried them. We haven't tried them at all, so I don't know what it tastes like. Personally, thought it was a great idea, and I think you're going to start seeing more things like that in the future, because I think kelp farming is going to be picking up in the U.S. at least, and we should be farming kelp. There's a lot of reasons to farm kelp and to eat kelp too. So I'm just going to give the mushrooms a rough chop. I'm going to season this with a little black pepper, chipotle chili pepper powder. That's what it looks like right now. Looks delicious already. The kelp's not even in there yet. And I'm going to put some salt in there as well. 50 to 80% of the oxygen that's on Earth is actually produced in the ocean. And then that's by the algae and the plankton that are in the ocean. And then kelp is a type of algae. And, you know, it produces oxygen. It absorbs carbon dioxide and produces oxygen. It's pretty awesome that, you know, these things can do that. So kelp farming, I think, is just gonna help the world. You know, it's sustainable food and it's cost effective. Kelp doesn't need any water. You don't need to water kelp. It's already in the water. It doesn't fight gravity in order to grow, so they can grow in peak season from a foot to 2 feet long per day. That's pretty crazy. With like sustainable farms, you got to think about the carbon footprint, right? And then depending on how the farm works, it can even be net positive, meaning producing more oxygen and consuming more carbon dioxide than it is producing. So that's super cool, I think. If you've been watching the channel, I've been saying kelp is going to be the next big thing, and people are going to, you know, you're going to start seeing it more and more. Once you dehydrate the kelp, it gets really salty, but if it's fresh like this, there's not much saltiness at all, so you can definitely still add salt to it. Yeah, I don't know if there's any downsides to farming kelp. I mean, you get to eat tasty food that's really healthy, and that's good for the environment. Win-win-win. So as you can see here, I finally chopped the kelp. I'm gonna just toss it in with everything else. I think I'm gonna put some breadcrumbs in here too. I'll mix that up. All right, now I'm gonna just try to make a patty with this. I'm just gonna dust a little bit of cornstarch on the surface. And I think that'll kind of help keep it together when it's cooking. Hopefully, we'll see. This is all an experiment. I'm gonna keep this good amount of oil in there. All right, let's give it a flip. Nice. Nice, that looks good. That's done. Take that off. A couple brioche buns, just using residual heat. Perfect. All right, first we're gonna go ketchup mustard on the bottom. A little mustard. Patty. Extra ketchup on Jocelyn. All right, a little onion. A little tomato. A little avocado. Oh yeah, kelp pickles. I have kelp pickles. This one's from Barnacle Foods. I didn't make this one. Hold on, it's because I just touched avocado with my hand and it's just like really slippery right now. Should have put it a little underneath, like right here. Kelp pickles for a kelp burger. All right, there you go. I like a lot of onion on my burgers. We also have some kelp hot sauce, also from Barnacle Foods. This stuff is good. Saucy burger, baby. That's a saucy burger. Ooh. There you have it. There's one. And there's two. There you have it, guys. The kelp burger. Oh my goodness, this looks delicious. Nice and saucy. Here we go. You got your porter.
Heretic.
Got my IPA. Come by. Cheers. Cheers, guys.
Oh, that's good. Oh, this is really good one.
That's really good. Here we go. Kelp burger. First time making a veggie burger.
Patties falling apart.
Mmm.
Oh, that's really good.
That's really good.
That is easily the best veggie burger. I've had a lot of veggie burgers.
The only thing is it's kind of soft and soft and mushy, I guess, because I made them so big. The kelp actually adds a lot of not only flavor but texture too. It has this nice little sliminess that it has. You know what I mean? Like an okra.
That hot sauce was really good on this.
That was bomb. Wow. Actually, I love this.
I figured this was going to be good, but I didn't expect it to be this good. I didn't expect it to be all the veggie burgers I've had.
You beat all of them? Yes.
I feel like I've done research to find good veggie burgers.
Wow, wow, wow. Don't get me wrong, I love a nice beefy burger, but this is good.
I guess one of the reasons why I can enjoy a good veggie burger is because I never see it as a replacement for a meat burger. It's just like...
It's its own thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we're not trying to replace meat, we're just in addition to it. Yeah. We eat meat still, you know? We're not vegetarians or anything, but still enjoy a nice, good veggie burger. It's good.
It's like falafel. That's vegetarian. But it's not replacing a meatball sub.
Yeah, true. Good point. Good analogy. Alright guys, thanks for watching another episode. If you liked the video, make sure to hit that thumbs up, subscribe, and eat more kelp. It's good for you, it's good for the environment, and it's delicious. Peace.